All right. Shalom Israel. This is Precinct Officer Mashiala out of the ISUPK Atlanta, man. This is ST.LOUIS Connect Podcast with myself and Cap 10K, the Goggle Bar, man. And what we do is,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
we
yeah.
bridge Atlanta and St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? We bridge that gap to wake up our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to let them know what's going on in our communities and our neighborhood. You know, sometimes we talk about the oppressor, the white man, the devil. You know what I'm saying? That the Bible speak of the things that happen to us, and we also talk about our own people and our own communities and how to fix those. Because the ISUPK under Commander Jenny YAHANNA has all the solutions to the problems that we have in our communities, man. So with further ado, man, look, like I said, this is STATL Connect Podcast. Our children are to be protected and not traumatized, man. It's a heavy topic, Cap. It's a heavy topic. You want to go ahead, Cap?
Look, after that intro, I want to hit the club. And
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, I like the intro, brother.
The
Yeah,
water.
yeah, but yeah, like this is another episode of the file, not thy child, and these few uh articles, and I think one of them might be a video,
Mm-hmm.
or either all three articles. It's ridiculous, man. Things that our people out here doing to their own children is insane. It is insane. It's disgusting, man. You know.
Okay.
So, and like you said, I mean, you couldn't have said it no better. Commanding General Hanna has all of the solutions to all of the problems that we face and that we have. All they got to do is just come in here and get them. You know, and that's the thing that that hurt the most. To sit here and watch our people die. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
we got the cure.
Right.
You don't have to just sit and die. You can come here and get healed. And they don't even know it. They don't even understand it. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's go on and
Yep.
get started. Cause hey, you know something? I turned around and I'm gonna tell you where we got the idea from. Let everybody know where we got the idea from.
Okay.
Captain
Okay.
Zoriat used to do a show that he dedicated to children. You know what I'm saying? Well, not just children, but of course, a lot of our people that came on the show was talking about the things that happened to them when they were children, right? So it wasn't just children; it was just any and all of our people that had been traumatized, and especially you already know the number one way was molestation,
Right.
right? And I turned around and I said, "Damn, we got to do that show." You remember when I hit you with it?
Yeah. Come on,
I turned
concept.
around and thought back to when Cap was doing his, right? And I was like, man, we got to run one. We got to run one of them shows too. So it's kind of like a spinoff from our Captain Cesare out. You know
Damn
what I
right.
mean? To where he dedicated a show to people, you know what I'm saying, our people that have been traumatized, and we doing the same thing, shedding light on the things that our people like to sweep under the rug, especially things and topics like child molestation.
Right.
Our people take that for some reason that's to be swept under the rug. That is not to be, hit head on. Our people, for some reason, anytime a child comes and tell their parent that they have been touched and traumatized in such a way, the parent don't even believe it. They don't even
Damn
believe
right.
it. And
Damn
that's
right.
sad. You know,
Yep.
horrible.
Yep.
Yep. So, but we're gonna keep rocking and rolling, and Lord will, our people that witness these things and go through these things will have the strength enough to turn around and go tell, man. Don't keep this stuff no secret. You
Damn
know,
right, sir.
come to the ISUPK and get healed from whatever it is that what I'm saying that didn't hurt you.
To like if I could, sir.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, and kind of hitting on what you said. I want to play a video before we get into the layout a little bit. It's like,
Oh boy.
you know, this these shows right here that we doing, man. Why this is, you know, America loves to capitalize off our trauma in a different way. You get what I'm saying? Like this show right here should be topping the charts right now. You know what I'm saying? Talking about
Hmm.
what happened, the bad things, and how we trying to repair stuff in our neighborhoods. But they like to get our people that's already, you know what I'm saying, destroyed. Like Atlanta Housewives, where they done been through so much trauma, they want to put
Uh,
it on the screen. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Hip
yeah.
hop, you know, hip hop Atlanta and stuff like that. They like to get these people that been through all this trauma together and just go at it. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no
Uh-huh.
solution. They don't have anything. They just making money off of them. And our people need to stop looking, thinking dollars are the solutions to their problems. They think once they get rich, oh man, I'm good. I got money now. I got the bag. You know what I'm saying? But
Right. Right. Right.
you still dealing with your uncle, you know what I'm saying, molesting you when you was a child. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Still dealing with that. You know, like you always say, you still seeing them at the Christmas parties. You know what I'm saying? You still seeing them at Thanksgiving. You still seeing them everywhere. Your trauma relives itself every time you have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to play this
Yep.
one clip real quick. Oh, go ahead, Cap.
Go ahead. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I want to play this one clip if I could real quick. It's talking about this little girl. This girl, she was 9 years old, and her uncle was doing a horrible thing to her. Nobody really cared about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and let me pull it up real quick. Let me go ahead and play it from the beginning. All right, 1 second out of one. Here we go.
Here's a story. Your parents often leave you with your grandmother so that they can go to work. At 9 years old, your 50-year-old uncle begins molesting you and giving you oral. One day at school, they show all the students a video of what sexual assault looks like and ask those that can relate to stay after class. You tell teachers what looks familiar to you, and they immediately call home and have your uncle picked up by police. He pleads guilty, but only received probation. As they perform a drug test to enter him into the system, his DNA matches a murder of an elderly woman 27 years prior. A crime he would have gotten away with had he never sexually assaulted you. Trapping Anonymous.
He could have been like in his 40s, maybe like 42, 43, holding me down, dick out, ready to fuck. 9 years old. He's 350 pounds. What? And I'm 9. I'm probably like 60 pounds wet, maybe.
What is your grandmother saying?
Nothing. My grandma just was telling him to stop. My grandma eventually was going around telling people that he just was touching my ass.
All right, Cap, that's it on that one, sir.
Hey, that's disgusting.
That's horrible, Cap. That is
That's
whoa.
horrible. Yeah, that is. You know, like she said, 350-pound man on a 9-year-old child. That's disgusting.
That is crazy, Cap. That's crazy. That she was like
That's horrible.
her grandma wouldn't even come to her defense. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that she was telling that the grandma was telling that, oh, he's just touching on her booty. Like, why is you even allowing
Why,
that?
right? Why the hell was he even doing that?
Yeah.
Touching her on her butt. That don't make it no better.
Right. Right.
That's still child molestation. And check this out. They just put that in law here in Missouri. I want to say 3 years ago. I can't be exact, but 3 maybe 4 years ago, when it was a pastor that turned around and was touching the little girls, little members in his church.
Mhm.
And just from touching now, that's the same thing as penetrating. And that's how it should have been all along. You know what I mean? It should have
Absolutely.
been like that all along. You can't do nothing inappropriate to a child. You know, touch them, kiss them, hug them, none of that. All of that should go up under the category of child molestation and then go straight to goddamn prison. You know, that's how that should be.
Right. Absolutely, Cap.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Comic Con. That was all I had on that one. Let me see. I'm pulling up your first link in the layout. It says
Now we got
six.
4 of them.
We got 3 of them out of one. Yeah, we
3.
got 3.
Okay, what's the first one? The first one should be a video.
No, it's not coming up as a video. Okay, hold on, sir. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Or let me see if I put it in there. Hold on before you play it. I may not have put the video in there. Give
Okay,
me
come
2 seconds. Let me
okay,
double check.
come on, sir. Let me go ahead. I got a few articles I can go into real quick. Let's see. So check this out. And like I say, our children should be protected, man, and it shouldn't be a traumatized childhood shouldn't be a traumatizing situation for our children, man. You know what I'm saying? It says abuse as toddler left with black eye and swollen face on first day at church run center, man. So this is a daycare that they're having at church. Now I thought the church was supposed to be the holy ground, man. I thought the church was no wrong is supposed to happen in the church. But 9 times out of 10, most of the stories that we have about child abuse, you know what I'm saying, children get molested, or any other thing that happened with sexual deviancy, it's always coming out of that Christian church, man. That's why our people need to get up out of that Christian church, man, for real. And we always in the ISUPK and the Commander Jenny Hanna, we always gonna bring it out. We're gonna destroy that Christian church, man. We're gonna destroy it, man. That's our mission. So it says a daycare worker in Georgia was arrested for child abuse. Authorities said as the father of the child of the toddler under her care shared heartbreaking pictures of the boy with a black eye and swollen face. Yvette Thurston, 54, faces 3 counts of first-degree child abuse and 1 of first-degree aggravated battery, man. So that little old lady, that sweet little old lady that's sitting up front, you know what I'm saying, at the church with that big old white hat. If you sending them to the daycare, man, she's you know what I'm saying, that child is probably getting abused by that grandma. Old lady, because that's what it's saying in here, man. This is a church. It says she was taken into custody Monday following a report of alleged abuse at Little Blessings Child Care in Bainbridge, close to the Florida border. It says Corey Weeks, a U.S. Marine and dad, took to Facebook to share pictures of his frightening injuries suffered by his 1-year-old son on his first day at the church child care facility, man. So goodness gracious, they not only doing evil on Sunday, they doing evil all throughout the week at this church. You know what I'm saying? Your child is never in a safe place when it comes to that Christian church, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Cap, did you send it to me, Cap? I think it may have updated just now. All right, let me keep going.
Yeah, Con, it's in there. Let's roll.
Okay, come on, sir. Let me finish this up real quick.
Go
Yeah,
ahead. Yeah, that's terrible. The child care, the daycare,
yeah, the
church
church.
daycare. Man, they don't give a damn, man.
Yeah,
They don't care nothing about our children, man. These
mm,
preachers are disgusting.
yeah,
These
man. They
church members are disgusting.
done did a number. They done did a number on this little boy. It says Weeks post including graphic pictures showing Clay's badly battered face, including a black eye, swelling to his right cheek, and multiple cuts. It says this is every parent's worst nightmare, and we had to live it and still living it. He wrote on social media describing how Clay and his older brother Watt, 3, had started the daycare facility on Monday. We were told another child in Clay's class did this type of damage with a plastic toy, he said, before adding that he eventually tracked down video surveillance footage of the incident that showed Thurston attacking his son. Whoa. Nothing we saw was for the faint-hearted, especially happening to an innocent soul, he said. The severity of the facts of violence to our son has everyone confident that this was not her first time, We trusted the facility to care and love our kids on their first day that he was violated. He wrote. So yeah, the Christian church, his first day going back to school. The daycare worker was so frustrated she done attacked a 1-year-old child. Yeah, like what can a 1-year-old do that you want to give them a black eye in the swollen mouth? I can't think of anything. I can't think of nothing. It's a child, man. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Cap. Let's see if we can get into your video.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. It's like this video that I know you probably remember the story when we brought that out about that one teacher that was being inappropriate with his male students, and he
Mm-hmm.
was turning around and conditioning him, and was roughing him up, beating him up in his office. Dumbass forgot it was cameras in his office. And guess what? And it was a Christian school.
Mm.
And guess what the staff did? They hid it.
Ah, man.
They hid it. They turned around and act like it didn't even exist. And guess what else they act like? They act like when he did a background check,
Yeah.
he turned around and went to prison for child molestation and some other kind of program. All kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff on this man record.
Damn.
All kind of nasty on his record. And they hired him anyway to be over children. Just go to show you how sick and disgusting these people are, man. Christians are disgusting. I'm not hiring you knowing that you done turned around and molested children. I got 1,000 of them here in my school, in my facility. Are you crazy? You out of your mind thinking I'm gonna let you be over them. Hell no. Yep, but that's what they do, huh?
Hey, Cap, it seemed like to the Christian church, if you put child molestation on your resume, you are hired, man. They go look over everybody else.
Hey, yeah. They gonna overlook the brother that never defiled a child, and record is crystal clear,
Right,
and clean. And they gonna say, "Ooh, wait a minute, you was touching the little butts? Oh, well, welcome aboard."
right.
Yep. That's how they gonna do him.
That's a damn shame.
Yep. It is. These people are sick, man. And I just don't understand what our people don't see. I mean, they got to be sick too. You know, that's the only explanation for it. They have to be sick themselves in order to turn around and do that.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah, you got to be. Because I don't see how you ain't immediately turned that application down.
Right.
Immediately tell him, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You realize that you was charged with child molestation previously, right? And I think he went to prison for it.
And
Went
look,
to
Cap,
prison.
that's a like it was good, sir.
Go ahead.
And I know for a fact he had to register as a sex offender coming out of prison, coming out of jail, wherever he was.
Right.
Why you didn't call the laws? Well, he has violated his probation at this point.
Right. He ain't supposed to be around no chick.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
So,
That's
yeah.
wild.
Yeah, play that first video.
All
and
right,
that second, the other one that you was about to read, that one tripped me out. But we'll get to come on.
All right, let me play this one real quick, sir. Here we go.
Good.
Make sure I got it quick. All right, man. Here we go.
So where did the next night, my dad and his girlfriend left, and my dad had put my brother and I down to go to sleep. And I woke up in excruciating pain, and my clothes were off, and I was in the brother's lap. And I was crying, saying, it hurt. But he kept forcing himself inside of me. And after he was done, he asked, was I going to tell on him? And I was crying and wiping my eyes, and I said no. The next night, my dad and his girlfriend left, and my dad had put my brother and I down to go to sleep. And I woke up in excruciating pain. And my clothes were off, and I was in the brother's lap. And I was crying, saying, it hurt, it hurt. But he kept forcing himself inside of me. And after he was done, he asked, was I going to tell on him? And I was crying and wiping my eyes, and I said no. The next.
Damn.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. And look at how often this goes on with our people. You know, to where I turned around and counsel tons of sisters, you know, in the school and out of the school that go through this, that come across our video and say, man, that happened to me too. You know, that happened to me too. And then they get to sharing their story. We had one sister that turned around that came to one of our events. And I had one of the general's classes, General Hyman classes planned. And he brought up child molestation. And turned around, and one of the sisters there that was at the this was we did the chicken and waffles with the priest with Officer Payala, you know what I'm saying? And the other brothers turned around, and we had a nice little crowd too. We had a nice little turnout. And this sister came to me out and was telling me what ended up happening to her when she was a kid, you know, and how her family, now, you know, it can work several different ways. You can turn around and you can be a predator like the person that, you know what I'm saying, defiled you, or you can turn around and become like promiscuous, be a criminal or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was this sister became a predator, just like the person that defiled her family member.
Damn.
And she said that her when the family member did it to her, she said nobody believed her. She said nobody believed her. She said, but when she ended up doing it to her family member, everybody wanted to kill her.
Damn.
When the other family member told on her, she said everybody wanted to kill her then. And she was like, well, wait a minute, like, damn, you know, when it happened to me, nobody helped me. You know what I'm saying? This is what the sister was saying. Now, I get what she was saying. She wasn't making an excuse for what she did. She was just explaining how she felt, you know, and how the demons, because that's what happened. You turn around and get the file, you get the demons. And you either become whatever that person is or whatever that demon wants you to become.
Right.
You know? You could be a mean, old, evil, low down bitch. You understand? You could be gay or lesbian, whatever it is that the demon wants you to become. You're going to become that if you don't get some help. And this is why I want for all of our people that turn around and go through this type of pain to reach out to the ISUPK nearest you and get some counsel for these issues. It ain't over because that happened to you. You know, it's not over because that happened to you. You can be healed from that. So please come and get healed. You know.
Damn right, I want it. Damn right, bro.
Play that next one, not.
Okay, I'm gonna see. Let me see something real quick, sir. I'm gonna try to pull it up. It's not gonna show the full video, but it may play the the audio. Hold on one second. Let me add it to the stage real quick. Let me see.
Someone pretending to be her brother, and what happened next now has sheriff's deputies involved. Tonight, the man deputies say check that student out of school has been charged with statutory rape.
Fox 13's Sierra Jordan joins us live in front of Kirby High School. Sierra, so exactly how did this all happen?
Well, Darcy, Shelby County deputies say the 23-year-old suspect and 16-year-old victim met on a dating app called Plenty of Fish. The suspect then told deputies that they were only meeting to have a conversation and claimed he did not know she was underage.
To have a conversation, but you end up with your pants down. Is that the new definition of conversation?
Just after 1 p.m. Monday at Kirby High School, Shelby County deputies say a 16-year-old girl was checked out by a 23-year-old man. According to the affidavit, he pretended to be her older brother and used a fake name. The man was actually 23-year-old Kevin Van Talley Jr.
This is a red flag for school safety. If the district wants to build trust with the community, you failing. That's a big fail.
Danisha Fields is a former front desk school administrator for a charter school. She says this should have never happened. Deputies say Talley Jr. drove the teen to an unknown location near her home where she performed a sexual act on him. Moments later, records show he drove to the Walgreens at Winchester and Riverdale, refused to pay $60 he promised her, and tried to leave her there. The teen jumped back into his car before he drove off. Then he dropped her back to the high school.
You can't get around the fact that you came to a high school to solicit an underage child for a sex act that you didn't.
The affidavit states deputies were flagged down by the victim during school dismissal. They say the suspect told police they were meeting to only have a conversation and was not aware of the victim's age.
Because somewhere she sees that this is okay. So that makes you wonder if this a mindset thing. This is what she's been conditioned to believe, to use your body to get money? We as a community, we have work to do.
As for how they met, the affidavit says the dating app called Plenty of Fish. We checked the site's guidelines that state users must be 18 or older. Underage accounts are removed and banned.
How is this underage child, able to create a profile on an app? What are these social apps doing about preventing underage children getting on these apps to get trapped in these types of situations?
I reached out to MSCS for a statement on how something like this could happen, but we are still waiting to hear back. Now, Talley Jr. is scheduled to.
That's the end of the
That's terrible.
Yeah,
first off, the dude, he's finna get hit with that kidnapping. You know what I'm saying? You went in there and what's that? Where you use someone else's identification or something?
Yeah, that's
False. What do they? I forgot what they call that when you give them the wrong name. I forgot what that's called.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue too, sir. If somebody in the chat got it, false identification.
I think that's what they call it. It's something else. Damn, what is that might be it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That might be it. But you turn around, and that's the least of his word.
Right.
You're prostituting with a little girl, a 16-year-old girl, and she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? This is horrible. By this man being an adult, what he was supposed to do was say, "Wait a minute, come to your school and get you out of school. What the fuck? Wait a minute, school? How old are you? What grade you in? You 16? Hell no." That's what he was supposed to say. Not get so excited for and I know he's a nasty bastard.
Oh yeah.
I know you taking money and paying all kinds of prostitutes. So it ain't like you ain't never paid for no head before. You understand? But this guy here was a sick individual. He's a damn sexual deviant. He wanted a child. You went to a school, not a college school. You understand? Not a university school, to where this individual could have possibly been an adult. But you turn around and went to a damn high school.
Right.
So you already know what you on. You wrong. It's two left shoes. as my real would say. You know what I mean? Wrong as two damn left shoes. And then the sister, I don't know who she was, but she's acting as if a person can't say when they go on a website to set up a profile that they're 18.
Right.
Like let's not act like all you got to do is go on because it got little checks and balances. I don't think it make you run no ID. I don't have
Nah.
plenty of it. I ain't never been on there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it scan your damn identification. You know what I'm saying? To where you got to turn it face up and take a picture of it and then upload it and then turn on the back side of it and upload that. You know, like I said, I'm not sure. I ain't on Plenty of Fish, but I don't believe you got to do all of that. So it's not a mystery how this 16-year-old girl is on this site. What we need to get to the root of is why in the hell is she selling her body? Why is she doing that? You know,
Right.
but that dude, that 23-year-old is definitely wrong for that.
What would he get? I think you talking about false impersonation. Did we say that already? Did I say that already?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Okay,
That's the
traumatized.
one. False impersonation. I think that's it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you listen. I don't know what school this is. Let me
Right.
tell you something.
Yeah, you about to say
They
right
don't
what I was
even
about
let.
to
Hey, they
say.
don't even let the goddamn parents in the school no
Right.
more.
Right.
Nigga, I'm the daddy. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even get in the guy. They go through all kind of security shit for me to get in there. You know? So I don't know how the hell he just walked in and said, "My name is Charles," and got the little girl out of school.
Right.
I don't know what the hell going on with they goddamn school. But I remember one time I turned around, I'm in between contracts, and I just wanted to check on my son, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave me a thick ass 15-page pack talking about you got to fill this out first before you. I said, wait a minute, hold on. All my kids went to this goddamn school. I used to go to this goddamn school, and they giving me a 15-page questionnaire to fill out before
Right.
I can even get approved to go up to the class to see my damn son. I said, oh hell no. So I don't know what, and like I said, look, I'm like on life. I'm the pappy. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm the pappy, and I couldn't even get up there. They didn't even want to let me in the building. I said, damn, this dude just walked right in there and signed somebody's damn name
That's crazy right there,
and
Cam.
then get this girl out of school. Yeah. And
That's
and, and
crazy.
then tried to play her and leave her at fucking Walgreens. You know, that's horrible. And you know something, you know what that reminded me of a little sister, man. I think she was 13 that I was counseling. Came in her, she was pregnant and didn't know who the daddy was. And boy, this little girl broke my heart. I asked her, I said, wait a minute. She just kept giving me all these goddamn stories of all these different men. I said, wait a minute. I said, hold on, baby, how many men are you having sex with? And brother, when she got to 21, I told her, baby, please stop.
Damn.
Just please. I almost started fucking crying. Straight up. To her, a 13-year-old girl. And some of the things that she telling me, this story is kind of simple. She turned around and needed a ride somewhere. And a grown fucking man down there my age, knowing that this little girl, 13 years old, took advantage of her. Talking about, oh, I'll drop you off, but you got to give me some fellatio. So she did it, and guess what he did? He left her on the side of the highway. Did that same thing. You already taking advantage of a child in a horrible, horrible way. Sex was meant for two adults.
Right.
That's what sex is meant for. Two consenting adults. Can't no child consent. But turn around took advantage of this little girl, Jaws, and then left her on the side of the highway. I said, baby, don't you think you should stop doing what you're doing
Right.
for rides and for weed and for whatever the hell you do? Don't you think you need to stop? Man, I'm telling you, I damn near started crying, man. That girl got to 21. 21 different men, brother.
Mm.
And she could have kept going. She could have kept going. I made her stop. My ears couldn't take it no more.
Mm.
I couldn't take it. A child ain't supposed to be having no sex at all. Supposed to be growing into a beautiful little young girl, but instead is out here being traumatized by grown ass fucking men my age, sick bastards.
Damn, Cap.
You know, to where it's a grown woman that would love to give you some.
Right.
So it's a grown woman that would love to give you some. Do whatever you ask her to do. But you out here taking advantage of children. It's disgusting. Go ahead,
Yeah,
drop that next one.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
kind of, if I could add on a little bit, like that remind me kind of kind of, sir. That remind me like when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school, 9, 10, 11, 12th grade, and I used to see some of the baddest chicks that I wanted. They was getting picked up by dudes that wasn't grown men. I remember seeing that. They were getting picked up by grown, but I didn't even, back then you didn't even look at it as nothing. You get what I'm saying? But now I reflect back on it, I'm like, that's a damn shame. These grown ass men coming up to the high school, picking up these sisters. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
they would come back to school, and they wouldn't want they wouldn't want nobody in the school because they messing with a grown man, and he would be taking them and
Right.
dragging them through hell. And a lot of them was
Yeah.
ending up pregnant. A lot of them was ending up pregnant. A
Right.
lot of them just horrible. Just going through it in high school because you're messing with a grown. He's taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? He's picking you up from the high school. And one of the crazy thing about it, one of them was my damn cousin, but I didn't even look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's a crazy
Right. Right.
thing.
Right.
That's just a horrible. It's terrible that you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Someone
Yeah.
look at it as it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. 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 That's terrible. I remember one of my partners like, okay, now I told you when I came up, I hung around all old people. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So while I'm a teenager, 13, 14, 15, I'm hanging around grown men, you know? So I turned around, one of my partners, I heard, my other partners talking about, but oh man, he be picking up them little chicks from high school. I'm like, oh, well, I'm like, this nigga grown though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And couldn't find out he did, he was. And he finally had got caught, you know?
Mm.
He finally got caught, took his ass to jail, and then you know what the neighborhood tried to do? Rally to get him out of prison.
What?
Selling plate, yeah, yes. They talking about selling plates and all of this. We gotta put his money together, get his bond and all that. Fuck that nigga bond.
Right.
It's a grown ass man, you know, got rims and beats and all. And check this out. He turned
Mm-hmm.
around in my shop class, right? I made I love beats, right? You see
Okay.
when you was playing our intro to the show, I was ready to hit the club. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now look, I turned around and made a a speaker box, 15, right?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
turned I turned around and told him because he had some beats in his car, right? Turned around and told him, I just made this box. He's like, oh, straight up, oh, nigga, let me see it. So he said, "Ooh, yeah." He said, "Man, hey, yeah, this right here gonna slam, dog." He said, "You done made something." He said, "You don't know what you made." So he took his 15 because he was looking for a box to put him in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turned around, we hooked him up, put him in his trunk, did all that. He said, "Oh man," he said, "all the little chicks gonna be on me now." not knowing that the little chicks was the damn chicks in my classes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I didn't know that. I did
right.
not know that the little chicks
Damn.
this fool was talking about was the girls in my damn classes. I'm 15. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he won't put the beats in there to impress the little girls in my class. I said, damn. Yeah, and nigga ate up.
That is
Yeah,
horrible,
he ate
Cap.
up. Yep, it is. That's terrible.
Yep. You see that crap all the time, bro.
Yeah, we do.
All right. All right. Let me get into this
What's
article you
next?
got,
Yeah,
Cap.
give me the next.
It
Come on
says
with it.
a man who calls pregnant girlfriends miscarriage by slipping her abortion pill says he was helping make the decision for her. Damn.
Hey, now that's terrible. How do you turn around and as a man abort your own baby? How you do that? How do you do that? When we got
Mm,
sisters out here that are responsible for over 350, 400,000, almost 500,000 abortions a year.
right.
And this dumb Negro turned around and slipped this girl an abortion
Mm.
and unalive his own damn baby. Go ahead, read.
He's trying to make it better for her. Okay, come on, sir. It
He,
says
he, what made him think that's gonna make something better? How's that making something better, man? You unaliving your baby,
mm.
you know? Like that's crazy.
Cap, he figured that child. He seen that them years and years and years of child support. He said, I ain't finna get
Yeah, that's what he saw. Like
he said,
that football player Ray Caruth. You know what
oh
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Come on.
Ray Caruth turned around and unalived his damn baby mama. She was threatening with that child support, and he turned around and how many $1 million contracts he have? 20 million or something like that,
Yeah,
30
yeah,
million.
yeah. That's when 20
And,
million meant something too. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
man, it meant something to him. You know, it meant something to him where he turned around, unalived her and that baby, and put both of them in the goddamn trunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's one thing that I want to say to sisters that's out there that's pregnant and trying to pressure men and stuff like that. It wasn't an excuse for him to unalive her. He was definitely wrong, and he served his time for what he did. But stop doing that to people. Stop taking these men down through there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thinking that you're gonna be eating out them checks and oh, you gonna pay child support. I hate that our people have this mentality to want to do each other in. You know what I mean? To try to look for some type of way and reason to harm each other. Instead of look at what the hell you got. You got a man that's a football player that just signed for 20 million. Now you can do the right thing, be his woman, give him all of that good coochie, and give him some more babies. And guess what? You could have had a decent life.
Yeah.
You could have had a decent life with the man, not turn around and lose your very own and your babies,
Right.
you know, and your babies. Yep, that was insane.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
but go ahead, read a little bit of that, and then I think we got one more, right?
Yep, come on, sir. It
Okay,
says
come
in
on with it.
Illinois.
Let's get
Okay, come on, okay. It says an Illinois man is accused of slipping abortion medication to his girlfriend without her consent and causing her to have a miscarriage in her apartment.
okay.
Ooh-wee.
Around the fuck on the streets.
It says Emerson Evans, 31, was taken to the
She was
McLean
that
County
damn
Detention Facility to await a
survivor.
hearing on Monday, according to a statement from police in Bloomington, a city
Go
in
ahead.
central Illinois around 140 miles southwest of Chicago.
Yeah. We got a little time.
Evans, according to the statement, administered abortion inducing drugs to the victim without her knowledge or consent. Police learned of the alleged dosing on Friday when officers were sent to the home in Bloomington for a pregnant person having a medical emergency. The medical emergency was a miscarriage, police said. Says local NBC and ABC affiliate Week, citing court documents, reported that when police were called to the woman's apartment around 5 p.m. on Friday, they arrived to find her crying in the bathroom, as well as a significant amount of blood. The woman reportedly told police that she was about 7 weeks pregnant and that Evans had told her he wanted to terminate the pregnancy. Evans told police that he was helping make the decision for her. Week reported and that he believed she knew he was giving her the abortion-inducing pills. He also reportedly told investigators that he bought Miss Fee Prestone from a girl on campus. I don't know what that is.
Hey, how in the hell did you think she knew when you turned around
Which
and did
campus
not
was
tell
not
her?
right.
How,
Was
how,
not
how the hell you thought? How you thought she knew?
Yeah, you want to say that again, Cap?
I said, how the hell did he think she knew when he didn't tell her?
Right.
What's wrong with this idiot?
Right. Like she looked at the drink and said, I know what you're up to. Okay. Then
I'm
been
like,
down with
what's wrong
that.
with dude? Oh, she knew I was giving her that. Did you tell her? No. What the heck? Come on, man. Like this is insane. And to turn around and oh man, I know that's terrible, bro. She probably thought that she was in love and
Yep.
he was the one, and oh my God. And for him to do her this way, to be slipping her something that could kill the doggone baby and could possibly kill her.
Yeah, he got let me see. At the end of the article it says Week has been charged with 2 counts of intentional homicide of an
Yeah,
unborn. Yeah. Mm.
that's crazy, huh? That's crazy. Oh yeah, you get both of those.
Mm-hmm.
You get both of those counts. Yeah, you get both of those counts, not just one. You know, you going down for 2 of those. And it ain't nothing that he can say about that. Cause she didn't know.
Oh, he said it. He admitted.
She didn't know that you was damn killing her. She didn't know. You know. Yeah, let's get that last one out.
Yeah, Calvin, and that's a crazy thing because when a woman get pregnant, they be so happy. Oh my goodness, like woo!
Yeah, they do.
Now the terror coming after that, but she be happy as hell when she found out she pregnant.
Yeah, they do.
Now when she
And,
start
and,
asking for, oh, it was like go
go,
ahead.
go ahead. Huh?
I said now when she start asking for pickles and ice cream and peanut butter, and you got to run to the
Man,
store late at night. Now that's where the terror come in. Now that's when you be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be pregnant.
two in the morning, Tomo son, go get me a box of cornstarch.
Right.
uh,
That's where the
man, and
nightmare
look,
come in.
look, Walgreens ain't. Walmart ain't over 24 hours no more.
Nah.
See,
Yeah.
so look, boy, it's gonna be a few locations that got some cornstarch. You hear me?
Yeah. Somewhere. All right. Well,
Oh man,
terrifying.
oh, tell.
All
That's
right, Cap.
crazy, y'all.
We
But
can get to
listen,
this next.
going half on a baby is oh man, look, I'm gonna be happy. You know what I'm talking about? See, my
Right.
rib get pregnant half on a baby, and
Right.
only your body next to me. I'm saying, ooh, your body, na, 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 your body. That's what I'm gonna start singing. Well, my rib get
Yeah,
pregnant.
right.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
talking about
ready for that.
I ain't giving you nothing but life. You understand?
All
Trying to
life.
help keep you alive. Look, I ain't giving you no damn pills to kill you. I'm gonna get you them pickles, that ice cream. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Hey,
right,
that
right.
piece of cake, whatever it is the hell you want, that's what I'm gonna go get. You
Keep
know?
that baby healthy. Keep
Shit,
that baby good.
hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Man.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go and drop the last one.
All
Let's
right,
get
come
out.
on, come on. We're gonna get this last one, sir. It says, "Ooh, this is a horrible one too." It says, "Mother, 28, charged. Charged after body of 10-month-old daughter is found decomposing in a cardboard box in apartment." Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
All
this is terrible, man. The things that we are doing, we are destroyed as a people, huh? We destroyed, man. Why in the hell is are our people having stories like this to hit the articles?
right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, instead of us coming together to take care of babies like what we used to do back in the day. We used to do that back in the day.
Right.
You know, I remember when somebody would get pregnant, or everybody, especially all the women, right? All the men would just come out their pocket. Hey, man, just here you go. You know what I'm saying? They just giving the money. The woman say, baby, you know, such and such gonna have a baby. We need to help the baby shower. We need to get them this and do this. And, you know what I'm saying? Then they started going through what they call the hand-me-downs.
Right.
The clothes that they had that was that they kids outgrew and all that was ready to pass them down to the,
Right.
oh man,
Right.
I mean I used to see them get busy for
Mm-hmm.
them women that had babies.
Damn
They
right.
would turn around and before the registries hit
Oh,
people would just be buying a whole bunch of shit and just have it sitting waiting on
right.
them, you know. But
Damn
but
right.
now you got children decomposing in cardboard boxes out. Instead of all of us coming together to help take care of these children. This is horrible. This is horrible. Go ahead and read a little bit of
Yeah, come on, sir. I want to say this thing before I continue to read is like back in the day, man, and that's why the Bible was so powerful because our people knew somebody from your past was coming back through. You get what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we understood, you know what I'm saying, reincarnation, regeneration, and have have that line keep going. But man, our people these days are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. To be able to be doing this to a child, Cap, like that's a horrible thing, sir. Let me see. It says a mother has been charged after the body of her 10-month-old daughter was found decomposing in a cardboard box inside her apartment in Milwaukee. On August 13th, a neighbor alerted police to a foul smell coming from her home of Cheyenne Brothers. When authorities first arrived at the residence, Brothers 28 told police that the smell came from old food. Local outlet WSN and Milwaukee Journal Centennial reported. Police then entered the apartment where they found the body of Brothers' 10-month-old daughter, Rayanne Taylor, decomposing inside of a large cardboard box in a locked bedroom, according to a criminal complaint obtained by the outlet. Brothers told police that she was a victim of domestic violence and alleged that an unidentified man made her hide the young girl. He has me hiding her in there, she said, pointing to the bedroom where the daughter was found. WISN and the Milwaukee Journal Centennial reported. The criminal complaint stated per outlets that Taylor's body was found in an advanced state of decomposition. The cardboard box, the complaint added, was surrounded by flies and maggots. Oh my goodness. That is disgusting. You there, Cap?
it. God, that's horrible.
Yeah,
What damn unidentified man made
right.
you do this? You know, who made you do that? It's gonna be my life over my children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't nothing nobody can say or do to make me harm. You know what I'm saying? My children, or my family, or my brothers, or my sisters. You understand? We not cowards in here. You know, if that's gonna be my time, that's just my time to go. But I'm
Right.
not trying to turn around and harm them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just look, I ain't that scared to goddamn die. You know, before I turn, and let me tell you this out. This was some more stories that we brought. I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna get out of
Okay, come
it.
pop.
We brought out a story. This was some years ago. This was a couple years ago. We brought out a story where uh, it was a case of mistaken identity, right? To where some big time drug dealer in Detroit turned around and sent his goons to collect his money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they picked the wrong house, right? They picked the wrong house out, and they turned around, and the criminals came in. They when the guy was brother, he just getting off work, right? Just getting off work, grabbed his lunch bag and all his stuff, you know what I'm saying? His boots and taking his stuff in the house. And the cats rushed him, right? Run him in the house, they beating him up, flushing his head in the toilet, you know, doing all this old TV shit, you
Yeah.
know, turning around and putting jumper cables on his nipples, doing all this old, like I said, shit they do on TV. So that wasn't enough. The brother, like, I don't know who you talking about. They steady saying, look, whatever the drug dealer name was, hey, you need to have his, where's his money? And he like, man, I don't know who you talking about. I ain't into no drugs. I just get off work. So they flush his head again in the toilet. Turn around, beating the man up, flushing the toilet, battery cable on his nipples, all this nonsense, right? And so his family was in there. His wife, his daughter, and his mother-in-law. These guys turned sick, right? They turned sick and they wanted to see some action, right? So they tells the man to turn around and take his what is that? Mother-in-law, right? Take his mother-in-law and have sex with her. That's what they was forcing this guy to do.
Damn.
And the brother said, I ain't finna do that. And they took the baby, took his daughter. I think she was 6 or 7. Put a gun to her, said, so, you gonna do it now? And you know what that brother did? He turned around and he did.
Mm.
That's one thing that I could not. My wife and my mother-in-law and my daughter would not know that daddy was a coward.
Right.
They gonna remember me
Damn right, sir.
and say, you know what? I love my son-in-law for that. You understand? He did not do that to his mother-in-law. You
Right.
know, I just be wondering, like what the fuck is on these people's mind? You know what I mean? We got some sick individuals out here. Why do you want to? Why are you so excited? You want to see this man have sex with him? I want my money. That's what I would want.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's what I
saying?
came here for. I ain't
I don't want to watch it. Yeah, I don't want to watch no porn. I don't. No, I ain't into that. You know what I'm saying? Give me my money. That's what I want. But these cats turned sick, and wanted to watch this man and did watch him. And
Mm.
in order to do it, put the gun to the little girl head and said, oh, you gonna do it now, ain't you? And instead of that man looking at that sweet little daughter of his and asking the man, say, can I just hug and kiss her one more time for y'all kill me?
Right.
Because that's what I would have said. Because I'm
Damn
not finna do that to my mother-in-law.
right.
I'm not finna, nah, that ain't finna happen. First off, look, this family here stay strapped. You understand?
Right.
So, boy, you gonna have a hard time out of these boys. Look, they know where the guns at. The girls know where the guns at. The reels know where the guns. Boy, you gonna have a hard time with this family.
Right.
You know, no, number one, we not criminals, so I don't have that problem. You
Right.
know, we ain't finna have no mistaken identity. You know,
Right.
cause I don't get down like that. I don't get down with no drugs. You know, because I would never put. Well, first I would never break the law, and then I would never put my family in that type of harm.
Damn right, sir.
You know, because that's what they do. They do stuff like that. You know, and then there was another one. I forgot where this happened at, but this was a group of I can't remember if they was all teenagers or young adults, right? They turned around and they had was playing like their car broke down. They knocking on door to door, trying to see who would let them use their phone to call, a tow truck for their car. Turned around, went to this house. This white woman opened the door. They tell her, they said, "Oh, ma'am, our car broke down. Can we use your phone?" So she turned to go get the cordless phone. They rush her, right? Run up in the house. It's her and her son. Turn around. These kids turned freak too, and wanted to watch the son have sex with his mother.
Hmm.
And guess what happened now? I was actually reading this article to my mother. This is before she died. I was actually reading this article to her. And me and my mama looked at each other at the same time. And we almost said it at the same time, but she said it faster than I could. She said, "Son, that would have been the day me and you died." she said, that would have been the day me and you died. Cause ain't no way I could have did no shit like that to my mama.
Ain't
But you
no
know
way.
what this kid did? You know what this kid did? He did it.
Damn.
He did. He had sex with his mama, and then so that they couldn't identify, they poured ammonia and stuff all in their eyes. So I mean, you damn near dead anyway.
Right.
You
Damn
know what I'm
right.
saying? Why not just go all the way out and say, "Mama, I love you." Just turn your head and let them shoot me. You
Yeah.
know,
Damn
not
right.
not get on top of your mama, man.
Right.
You know, but that's horrible. But I be thinking about you know stuff like that. So when we be doing these shows, different things that we done came up with before, and different articles and stuff in the past and all that. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
it's a shame that this shit is still happening.
Right.
Like it hasn't even stopped. Doc.
Mm.
You know, it hasn't stopped. It's only increasing.
All right.
And the only thing that is gonna stop is if all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians would turn and serve Christ and keep the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments. That would stop this.
All right, sir.
That would stop this. But until then, what I'm saying, we're gonna keep having articles and stories like this to tell, horror stories like this to tell. We gotta do another one of those, our horror in the hood.
We're in the hood.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
we
saying?
already
We
know,
got to
bro.
do another horror in the hood. You know.
Hey, Cal, what I've been
So
saying on Facebook, TikTok, and all that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Ooh.
I know.
Yeah, we got horror stories for real, Cap.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, look, I know we over the time, you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? So let's go on and close it out, brother.
All right, come on, sir. Hey, look. Hey, the water for checking into another STATL Connect podcast with myself, Precinct Officer Majala, and Cap 10K the Goggle Bar, man. You know what I'm saying? It always goes down every Wednesday, man. Be looking forward to this Sunday at 12 Eastern time, man. We got Sharpen the Sword Radio. Cap always got it coming, man. Cap, we doing another Lies versus Truth. That was fire last week, Cap. We got to get us another one in there. You know what I'm saying? Stay
You want to do
tuned.
another one Sunday?
Come on, sir. That was cold. That was cold. We can roll
Bring it with
another
you.
one. All right,
Let's
come
get
on,
it then. Come on.
All
All
right, come
right.
on. So we doing another Truth versus Lies, man. Hey, man, tune into ISUPK St. Louis. Tune into ISUPK Atlanta. Tune into ISUPK.com. And with that, I say, shalom.